changing lives. Hope Channel, changing lives.
Hello, and a lovely, lovely, lovely evening to you. We are so delighted when it is Tuesday because it gives us the opportunity to be with you wherever you are. So if you're on your way driving home, if you are at home, wherever you are, it is time. Yes, time was so. This is Love at Home on Hope Channel Ghana. This is where we discuss issues bothering the family. Is it about your marriage? Is it how to love that wonderful person in your life? Is it about parenting? Is it about living together peacefully with your neighbors? This and many more we'll be discussing on Love at Home every time on Tuesday. Join us and call in your friends. Tell them time has soon. Yes, it is time. Let's sit to learn, relearn, and unlearn certain behaviors that will help us. At the end of the day, we want to present our families to present to Christ so that as He is coming again, we will go with our families and you will not go there alone. So please, call in your friends. Share the link. Join us on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on our WhatsApp line 0559 6800 0559 680066. You can share your contributions, your comments, your suggestions, and we will read them. We'll be glad to do this with you. Today is another interesting day because we'll be looking at a very sensitive topic. We know punishment. We've heard discipline. What is it? This is what we are going to be discussing. And I'm sure you will be happy to hear that. At what point do we say we are punishing? And at what point do we say we are disciplining? What does it do or what does it mean if we say we are disciplining? Should we punish to hit or hurt a child? Should it leave an emotional mark with a person? Can we really correct with love? Is there a process in helping to correct or discipline our children? This is what we are going to be discussing. I am Afia Sewa Mansa, and the show is Love at Home on Hope Channel Ghana. With me to do this very sensitive topic, on my far left, I have Madam Doris Ofe. Madam Doris Ofe. Mama, good evening.
Good evening.
I love your smile, eh?
Thank you.
And your pony, the way it is fixed like that. It fits your face.
Thank you very much.
I hope your family is doing well. And Daddy, how is Daddy?
Daddy is fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
My regards to them.
I will tell.
So Daddy, wherever you hear us from, good evening and happy Ghana month. Yes. On my immediate left, I have Pastor Elijah Benin, who is also coming to join us with this discussion. He's also a counselor. Madam too is also a counselor, and they are ready to help us. Pastor, good evening. Pastor Doctor. How is your day?
Very stressful, but
really
because of the traffic.
The traffic.
Yeah. Because I stay far away.
You're from far away.
Yeah, Boba.
And the traffic on that stretch, I can imagine. So you need to set off early.
Yeah, but because of the children, you will be
chase
this one here.
Yeah. As you are trying to bat the other person, this person is running to the other side. Yes. So that one, would you punish or would you discipline? Join us on this discussion. Calling the children, the parents. Let's to discuss this very important topic. It is worth discussing. During our time, we all that we knew was punishment. We don't know anything like punishment, like discipline. Today they say no. You have to say discipline. And at a point, we are even saying positive and negative reinforcement. When do we say all these things? Join us. Thank you so much. Join us on Facebook and on YouTube again, and then on our WhatsApp line 0559 680066. Thank you. Now let's start. Mama Doris, what is the difference? What is punishment and what is discipline?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening to our viewers and listeners. Punishment and discipline. At times we use them interchangeably, but they are different. Discipline, in a way, is a process of getting somebody or a child to do the right thing, to be law-abiding, and to go through things that people might feel it's a long way, but would help shape the character of the child. But for punishment, it's just there and then. You give whatever you want to give to the child, to him or her. It gives a quick response. Let me do that. If you want a child to stop doing something, you just hit, and that's it. The child will quicken himself, and then that will be the end of it. But with discipline, it's not like that. It's a process. So you have to go through certain things to make the child change the behavior that you want him or her to change.
From what you are saying, then it sounds like discipline, punishment is seen negatively.
Yes, punishment is a negative reward to a behavior. Let me put it that way. But discipline is a positive one, and discipline goes through steps. But for punishment, it's just one action, and then you are done.
You know, many parents believe they are disciplined when they actually reacting out of anger. When do we know, Pastor, that this activity I'm doing or this punishment is not just a punishment, but it's an anger I'm giving to my child?
Yeah, it happens when we are angry about the behavior of the child and want to punish whilst we are angry. And you know, during anger, we lose self-control of ourselves. And therefore, if it is a stick, if it is your hand, maybe the child is something.
Or even if it is bankuta.
Yes. Anything you hold up, you want to use it to punish the person at that point in time because you are angry. But with some few minutes, when your anger resides, then you begin to notice that no, you have gone too far of it. So most of the times, punishment, we do it when we are angry. But when it comes to discipline, it's like talking to the person, helping the person to understand the consequences of the behavior or their actions and help them to reform or change.
Okay.
But when it comes to punishment, you don't have that patience to talk to the person. What you can do is to inflict pain or harm or hurt on the person. When it happens that way, we lose control and everything goes. That's why during that process, people use their hands to hit a child who is not of age. They use sticks. All sorts of things comes into play. And when it happened that way, it doesn't mean we are using anger. We are not able to control.
But Pastor, the Bible says whoever spares the rod hits the child. But how do we show love in the midst of still using the rod? Are you saying we shouldn't use the rod?
For the rod, if you look at the text that was there, Proverbs 13:24, the rod in the Hebrew, let me go a little bit to the Bible.
Okay.
The Hebrew is shavat. Right. And shavat is a rod or a scepter. And it symbolizes authority.
Okay.
So it is not a cane used.
Pastor, you are saying it is not a cane?
It is not, it's a rod. And most of the time, these shepherds use the rod to direct, to guide the sheep that they take care of. Okay, in that sense, because it is an authority, as a parent, when we use it in our parental setting, it means that I, as a father, I have authority over my children.
And you
what
guide.
do I do?
By guiding.
The shavad means I should use my authority to guide.
Yes, to direct.
To correct, to direct.
Okay.
Therefore, it is not something that I will take a cane and I hit the child's head. or spank the child wrongly. So this text has been misused by many parents because we saw the rod in the English translations. We said, okay, the Bible says we should use the rod. So anything I get hold of,
I'll have to hit.
I use it on the child, and that is wrong. That is not how we should use it. We use our parental authority to guide, to
Does
correct
that mean the
behaviors.
physical discipline of using the rod has been misunderstood?
Yes, I say because I have been a victim of caning in schools.
So it's not you alone, no.
And because I've lost,
I have a mark here and I still remember it.
okay, I have lost a couple of friends who dropped out from school because of caning.
Oh, okay.
If not caning, maybe today most of them might have been engineers in other fields, but they stopped schooling because of caning. So as we grow up and we are reading, the Western world, they don't use canes, but they were doing greater things. Okay, they don't flog their children the way we do, but they're able to control the behaviors and then they go. So what I'm saying is that the purpose of training the child, spare the rod and spoil the child doesn't mean that we should use canes to
spank.
discipline all the time. It hardens the children. It breaks the bonds of parental control and care. Because if you beat your child unnecessarily, the child begins to hate you.
Also, you're using the word unnecessarily. Correct. You're using the word unnecessarily.
No,
I'll come back to that.
Okay, fine.
You know, Auntie Doris, I want us to look at, can punishment damage a child's emotional and spiritual development? Because Pastor mentioned it slightly, but I want to know, can it?
Yes, it can.
How?
Look at a child, your own child, or let's say somebody's child, a teacher handling children. And anytime, and I remember this, anytime there was this my teacher who always come to class with a cane, a long one, of course. And if you dare, he will beat you till you run away.
No, what's wrong with it?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
He begins with mental.
Right.
So since then, if you use mathematics to lure me into something good, you will never get me because
You disliked it
I
because
disliked
of the
it
approach.
because of the approach.
The
Because
teacher
the
used.
moment he gets to class, 1 + 1, 2, and I wasn't that good at. So anytime I see him, I'll start crying. So it has been in my, and anytime I see him too, I get angry. But because I will have to respond to the mental so that I wouldn't be beaten, I will pretend as if I am in, I love the class, but no, it was pretense. So emotionally, children who endure these punishments, they will respond all right, but at the back of their minds, they do hate you. And hatred can travel a long distance. It can be with the child till the child grows or dies. So emotionally, you hurt this child and the child grows with it. Spiritually, we go to church and the Bible says God is love. So parents are to love their children. We are also to love our parents. And look at me. So is that how you show love? Then if that is how God shows love, then I don't think I would want to get close to God. Yes, I will listen, I will do what he says, but inwardly I don't love God. That is how it affects us spiritually and emotionally. We get angry. Children almost always, especially when you don't understand why the child did whatever he did, and then you punish that child. The child will be angry and it will disrupt the relationship that the child has with you. And if you are not careful, it will grow. You might think, oh, as for this child, he's my child, he's close, but no, it will always be in the mind. And remember, bad things stay in the mind for a long time than good ones. When you call any child now, say, hey, what happened at school? You hear, the bad things will come first. And in 10 years to come, you still ask, and the bad things will. When you meet students, old students that you've taught, when the moment, hey, teacher, when what boy, they won't say the first thing they comment is, oh, boy, empire. Why? It's because those things stay in the mind for a long time and they don't forget. And if it happens like that, the child will grow, and then if there's remorse, he will grow with the remorse and it will go on. And if you are not careful, this child will also meet the same thing on his or her children. Transference. So that is why we are all advocating that we have to be very careful. Punishment doesn't solve problems.
Okay, so Pastor, based on what Mommy said, I wanted to understand when we are correcting, for example, and it is harsh, what will be the correlation between the activity or the action we are doing to God? How will the person see God in that light?
Yeah, as we are saying, you know, when I always tell close people with me that we don't correct when we are angry. And you don't yell to correct people. Children listen when you sit them down and you say, look, I said, don't touch this flower. This is the third time you did it. I don't want you to do that. Why are you always pulling it? Can you explain to me why you do that? At times we don't understand the children. We don't ask why they do things. We think that they should behave like we adults, the way we behave, the way we think, the way we do things. But a child is not like me. So at times we want to project ourselves and the way we think onto the children overnight. You want your child to behave like you, a 40-year or 50-year-old woman. You want your child who is 10 years, 15, 20 years to be like you. Look at the age gap. The things they know are different from what you know. Therefore, we don't have time to sit them down and talk to them. And because we always yell at them, they become so hard. And after all, if I do it, what will you do? Either you beat me or you yell at me. That is the end of it. So it hardened them. And as we do that, and because we are Christians or we go to church, they associate what they see at home, the behaviors we portray, and how we come to church, they see that we are hypocrites. At home, we are different. We shout, we scream, we beat. We go to church and we look at children and we say, hi, how are you? They say, hey, my mom or my dad is like this, so you can behave like this. So they become confused in the church. Most of them, if you talk to them, they are adolescents, they are confused. They don't know, is it God that loves? And God says we should what? Our parents should love us, we should love our parents. But look at the way they go to church, they play with other children. The moment we sit in the car, everybody is quiet. They are all afraid in the car. So we are saying that let our lives, our actions reflect whatever we do in the house, else we'll lose our children, our young ones in the church. They'll be in the church and they don't love the church. They grow and then they leave the church.
Okay, so if we understand you correctly, you are saying that you've asked your ward or your child, do not touch this flower. First, he or she did. You reminded him or her. Second, she did, or he or she did. Third, you are saying you shouldn't beat the child. But still, we should sit and engage. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
We shouldn't beat the child.
I don't think beating will solve the problem.
So the engagement, give me a typical engagement.
Engagement is, I have a daughter who touches everything in the house. And she's the one who gives me trouble, to be sincere. Initially, it was harsh. Okay. At a point, I sat down and I saw that the more I apply force, the behavior aggravated.
Okay.
Then, as an educationist, I saw that it is not working.
Okay.
So I resort to the talking. And I've seen that anytime I sit her down, she does something wrong and I talk to her, there is improvement.
On the same issue for more than 3 times.
There's improvement.
Yeah, we want to learn, so we want to know if that is the approach.
Yes, because we don't also listen to them.
Okay, so you engage them, you listen to them.
You engage, you talk. It takes time. It is not just to talk to a child today and the child becomes all of a sudden perfect, no, or an angel. You continue, it's a process, as Madam said. You work on it, you talk about it, the child will falter. You talk about it, you say, oh, I talked about it the last time you did it. If you're observant, you see that things begin to reduce. But you will not get it as you want. So what I would say is that let us be patient for these young people. They are having their personal issues. They are having their personal challenges. We want them to be like us adults. But we also have our own mistakes. And we also repeat things because they preach to us. We go home and we do things, worse things. Is it not the same?
That's the truth.
Who will beat us? Nobody. But we have the audacity to beat them because they are in our control. So what I'm advocating for at first, when I was growing up, I thought beating is the best because that is what I received. School, home, that is what I know. But as I grow and I read and I learn, I saw that indeed the policy that corporal punishment should be taken away from schools is the best.
All right. Pastor is saying that corporal punishment should be to be removed in school is the best.
Is the best.
But it's still interesting. I don't know what you think. I'm sure you are discussing this at home with your children. They maybe they will support Pastor, but I'm sure you, the parents, will say otherwise. But when we come back from break, we will continue the discussion. Let me remind you that you can join the discussion on our WhatsApp and Facebook and YouTube on our WhatsApp line 0559-680066. Please join us on this by sharing your comments and contribution. And also to remind you that I am proudly sponsored with my attire by Janika Enterprise and then Oyetima Fashions. Please contact Janika on 027-3252-527. And Oyetima Fashions on 0244-133-834. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Come in. Hello, Miss Akia. How are you today?
Doctor, I'm not well. I'm so frustrated. I'm unable to sleep. I'm unable to eat. Just me in hospitals, near my labs, and so there's nothing. Doc, what do I do?
Have you been eating fruits and vegetables daily? Have you been drinking enough water? Have you been walking? Have you been exercising? If you've not, you need to start doing all these things because I think you're stressed, and once you start doing them, you start to feel better about yourself. Consulting Room is back on Hope Channel, and this time we are back with more insightful conversations on health and wellness. Join medical experts as we talk about common health issues that affect you and your family. They will give us practical advice and insightful conversations on all these common issues. Join Consulting Room every Monday at 8 p.m. on Hope Channel. Do well not to miss this.
Welcome to Hope at Night. Here's your host, Anil Kanda.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Hope at Night. We have an amazing episode tonight.
Hello, thank you so much, and we are grateful that you waited on us. The program is Love at Home on Hope Channel Ghana, and we are discussing punishment or discipline. Pastor was trying to advocate, or is still advocating, that corporal punishment is bad, so we should stop. Now, I'm sure Madam Teacher, Madam Counselor, Mama Doris would also want to say something. Do you share the same view on that?
Yes, I do. And I believe that if we stop using corporal punishment, our children will at least enjoy schooling, and then they will enjoy being at home as well. Imagine a child who has been maltreated at home, comes back to school, instead of the teacher embracing the child and supporting this child, beats the child up.
Because he or she is late.
Because he or she is late, or because he or she is not concentrating in class, or the child is sleeping. Let's put it that way. So what do you want the child to do? And in fact, discipline begins at home. Like the adage will say, charity begins at home. If the child is being loved, being corrected, being guided at home, the child will not bring that character trait to school for the teacher to have other for the teacher to also try to discipline. Let me put it that way. But you know that some parents even bring their children to school, ask the teacher to beat them. No. So if you can't contain your child and then discipline the child at home, how can the teacher discipline such a child? So I am also advocating that we should start disciplining the children at home. Guide them. In fact, these days, parents are very busy. Parents don't have time to even listen to their children, to sit with them. But let's sit with them. Let's listen to them. There are some children, they do things you will not understand, but they need attention. That's all they need.
Yeah.
So if you don't have time to observe and then give them the attention that they need, they will distract your attention because they want you to at least look at them and then get attention from them. So if you do your homework well, when the child goes out, you realize that the child is different. There's this little girl who the mother will always, I don't want you to do this, sit down and do this. The child at times feels like, oh, the mother is disturbing. But you know what? If another child comes and then picks this, hey, put it down. You know my mother, when she comes, she will not be happy. Because of what the mother has been doing. Oh, no, don't pick this. I don't want you to. So every time, when you are an outsider, you can say, oh, don't disturb this child. Allah said, no, let her know that we don't do this. We put our things well. We organize ourselves here. So when somebody else comes, the child herself will say, don't pick it. You know my mother, when you pick this, when she comes, she'll be angry. Look at that. So when she goes out, know that she's taking this along. So when she gets to the classroom, there will be a change.
Of course.
So I am also advocating that parents, let's have time. Let's try to love our children. Give them time. Let them talk. Children are mostly seen at home, but not heard. The moment the child opens their mouth, hey, you don't respect, parents are talking, go away. But we need to hear and listen and then correct and guide. So that the child would, oh, so this is how it is done. When I go to school, the teacher will not have any trouble with me because my mother says this is how it is done. And at times you go to the classroom and you can differentiate between those children who get attention at home and those that don't get attention. And at times they intentionally disturb so that the teacher will have attention. And that we had a case like that where the child did something. The teacher called her and then corrected. The child sat down and was crying. So the teacher didn't understand why she was crying. So break time, she called and said, oh, why? Is it because of what I said? I said, no. And then later, the girl opened up to the teacher. And then the teacher realized that, oh, that attention, that small time, the little time that this teacher gave to the child was so precious. She didn't have that at home. Mm-hmm. A class 4 child. So she was crying because they were going to close and she was going back home. And the real mother that she's staying with wouldn't have that time to even talk to her as the teacher did.
Now, Pastor, talking about love, can love exist in discipline without firmness?
Love always comes when we are firm in whatever we do. You cannot say you love your child and you are not firm. Firm here doesn't mean of beating. No. Mm-hmm. When you give instruction to the child, or you are talking to the child and you are giving instruction at home, you, the parent, should be firm that this instruction is carried through.
But you know, we don't see that these days. We do not want to hurt the feeling of the children. Mm-hmm. I didn't get this when I was growing up. My child needs it. Then they will give. We are not, most parents are not able to regulate, to know which one is good, all in the name of making sure that the child is happy. Yeah, so we are giving everything. Is that firmness?
No, it's not firmness.
Thank you.
And
so
it
please.
is not love.
All right.
If you love your child, you will not give out everything without control. There must always be a limit.
Okay.
There must be a limit. At times, children will ask you something. There must be a limit that this particular thing, at this point in time, at your age, you cannot get it. But when you grow, I will give it to you. So we have to be firm. That is why I was reading a book and it says that set boundaries and rules at home with the children and emulate whatever you have said.
Okay. So don't go and set and put
most
it on them.
We set it and then we bring it and then the two of you listen to me. Then number one, I said, don't put on the TV. Did you hear that? They say, okay, Daddy, yes. What you are saying, you prepare it. They are not part of it. So what the best way to do is to sit with them, develop the rules with them, and then let them come out that if they do what, they didn't apply them, what happens?
Yes.
They themselves will suggest things to you as a parent. And then you use it to guide them. But we set our questions like you set your own questions, you have your own marking scheme, and then we bring it. What do you want them to do? So we at times, parents, listen to me, some of us are in discipline in our homes and our children see it and they emulate the things we do. Some of us, because when we were growing young, we don't know ourselves, we were like them because of genetic makeups. But because we have not seen how young we are, when they behave a certain way today, we think they are not our children. We didn't behave like them. Maybe we did worse. So all these things should guide us that we will sit together. That's why we are saying it's a process, friends. It's a difficult time we are in now. They watch cartoons that we don't have time to watch with them. We don't know some of the behaviors in the cartoons, and the children watch the cartoons. Parents, we don't sit with them. They watch and they pick behaviors from some of these things that they watch. And when they are acting it out in the house, we become confused. Meanwhile, we allow them to watch without guiding. So we are not firm and we don't have time limit for the children. That is where the problem comes, and boundaries. The moment it is broken or loose like that, anything goes. And when they grow up to 15, they become more hardened and control becomes difficult. And therefore, what I'm asking for is that let us at least have time for the children. We pastors, we are guilty of this. We are serving everybody, like everybody in the world. Hardly do some of us have time for our families. Even weekends, we still have meetings. Attending funerals, attending adorings, everything. And the child is in the house. We don't have control. At times, I sit back and I look at certain things and I said, no, we are disappointing God because there must be conscious effort, intentional upbringing of the child. Until we do that, we will lose our children. Meanwhile, we born them into the church, but we lose them because we don't have time for them.
So, this is interesting. Mama Doris, we see sometimes parents are frustrated, and we can see it sometimes in the way we punish our children.
Yeah.
Is it out of anger, out of frustration, out of what? Why do we do that? Is it that we are not able to control ourselves?
So you mentioned frustration. Yes. Now things are hard. No money, and when I come home, you disturb. And at times too, it is our own upbringing. When I was young, you mentioned bankuta. You'll be given bankuta. My mother will beat you, and then from there she'll put you in the bathtub, and then just open you will be in it, cry, and you die. You sleep, and then she will just drain the water, pick you.
Wow.
I tell you,
Whoa!
pick you up, so you wake up on your bed.
On your bed.
So if I'm also training my child, transference. At times,
Because
it's like
that is what you know.
That is what I know, and at times too, I don't know any other way but to just give it to you there and then, so that you don't disturb again. So all these things keeps the parent away from even thinking right. And then anger, emotions. Already I'm angry with my husband, so I will transfer the anger to you, the child. It also happens. So many factors come together in punishing our children. And at times too, we feel it's quick. You are disturbing, stop. You are not stopping. So I hit you one, and then you go sit down quietly. You won't come back again because you wouldn't want to be hit again, and then I'll have my peace. So all these come into play when we are disciplining.
Okay, so Mama Doris, we are trying to stop. We are trying to say that we should be careful when we are disciplining, and there are some forms of reinforcement. How can you help us to which form of reinforcement is better or is good to help us so that we can reduce the infliction of pains, the emotional tortures, the spiritual problems that we go through? How do we go about these things?
So we have something called the positive reinforcement. And this is where if the child does something good, you praise, you give a reward so that the child will know that, oh, so if I do this, I will get something nice. And then the child will learn.
But that should come by studying the child. You cannot just do it. You need to know what the child wants and what he doesn't like.
Yes, we don't give anything at all. But you and then even age. Age range. Because if I am a big girl and then you give me toffee, you haven't given anything. So you look at the age matters, the child, what the child wants, what the child needs. And at times it wouldn't even be something physical, but praise.
Yeah.
Yes. You encourage the child, and the child, so my mother was observing and she knows that I do. Was it yesterday? My mother said something that when they were young, they did something and their mother was just behaved as if she didn't say, Mama, one come for you. So you didn't see to praise us, but you praise other people's children. So it was just yesterday we were sharing something and she mentioned it. So you praise the child and say, oh, so this is it. So next time I will do whatever I have to do to gain a praise or something or a promise. Or you take the child out. Oh, because of this that you've done, I'm going to take you out to the shopping mall. And then it will work. And then we have the negative reinforcement where you withdraw something. So I have asked you to pack your toys and then you are not listening. Okay, pick them. Play. You finish playing, take them away. Okay, you come back and the toys are not there. They are no more there. I didn't shout. I didn't say anything. You'll be looking for your toys. They are not there. Where are my toys? We told you to take them away. You didn't, so they are gone.
Okay.
And so next time the child knows that, if I put my toy here, it will go off. I won't get them again. So the child will be careful and then will learn. And it's a gradual process. It's not one day. The child might even tempt you by doing that. Hey, my mother will pick them, so I'm going to take them away. And then we have to be very cautious in how we speak to them. Just like we said, at times we are saying discipline, and then we say words, harsh ones to these our children. Some even go ahead to curse their children because of the pain, the emotions, the anger and all that. So if you are angry, you just leave, breathe in, breathe out, calm yourself down, call the child, talk to the child. And we need to start this very early, like Pastor said. If you allow the child to grow with certain things,
anger,
you are in trouble. By 12, you said 15. By 12, that's it. You can't control the child again. So from the tender age, start. Let the child know that this is a no-go area. Set rules, set boundaries. And you yourself make sure that you go by it so that the child will know that in my house, we don't do this. Like a child I know, she will just sit in the sofa, put the legs on the sofa. Stop, this is not good. Because the mommy will sit and then put the legs in the sofa.
So they observe.
So you can't, you can't ask her to stop. So the mother said, no. So, but it's not good, but you are doing it. And these days, that is how the children also talk back to us. They will let you know that, oh, you said it's not good, but you are doing it. And you will say, oh, you don't respect. That's not it. So we have to do it ourselves. We are good role models, so we have to model for the child to also learn. And if we do that and we start early, you get to a point you realize that, oh, I am doing it. Even if the child messes up, it wouldn't be like you didn't start something.
Now I have a comment here. Somebody says this thing that you are saying, punishment has put fear in some people, even in their adult state.
Yes.
We are treated like soldiers. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
How?
People have lived with emotional traumas from punishment. And it has affected their relationship in their marriages.
Even in their marriages?
Yes.
Example?
Yes, people have carried pain. There were people who were punished by the opposite sex, a man. Their teacher was a male, always punishing them. And they didn't like male. So they decided not to marry. Okay? Because of that, they develop hatred towards a man.
They form some perception about
a man, that all men are like that. Abusive, insulting, and that order. In the same way, it's vice versa. And again, there are people who have also committed suicide through punishment. Suicide. Because they were punished. Nobody is listening to them. Children, research has shown how most people have also, and then they also carry depression. Some people carry depression. They are depressed in class. The moment they see the teacher, the face of the teacher, and at times when the teacher wears a certain color, you know, that day you are all in trouble. If it is red color, you are in
danger.
That day a cane will fly everywhere. So children are seeing all these things, and it has affected. If we are to open lines for people to contribute how corporal punishment, when they were growing up, has made some of them drop out from school, it will amaze you.
Yeah, so I have a comment from Mama Sophia. Mama Sophia, thank you so much for your comment. She says, good evening. Thanks for such an educative program. I think instead of corporal punishment, we can ask the child to write. I will not do this again. Whatever the child did in a whole exercise book, by the time he completes the whole book, he has learned something, or withdrawal of his favorite, just as you said. Then you can explain to him the consequences of what he or she had done. Thank you so much, Mama Sophie. Thank you so much.
And I also want to add that those of us who withdraw food, we want to stab the child as a negative reinforcement. In fact, it's not right.
Not right.
Okay, there are parents, when the child is has not obeyed certain orders in the home, they won't give the child a snack or money to buy food in school. No, you are teaching the child a very bad behavior. Don't withhold food from your child because you want to punish the child. Anything concerning or health, when it comes to health, the child is sick and you want to punish the child, saying that I will not take you to hospital, I will not buy medication for because you are too stubborn. Please don't let us do that. We are talking about small things we can withhold. Just like our sister said, allow the child to write in an exercise book. Some of these things we can do. Or I will not take you out. Yeah. Or now, your favorite cartoon is 3 o'clock. Because of this, I've taken the TV off. You're not going to watch it. Some of these things will guide them. Than to withhold their snacks, money, food from them.
And health.
And health as
education.
A punishment and education. Oh, because you are not respecting me, I won't take care of you in school.
Or go and sleep outside.
Or the trade that you are learning, or go and sleep outside. These are evil things. And we
they are
need
evil.
not to encourage. Yeah, they are evil. We need not to, if you love your child, we need not to do that. And these things are frowned upon. And besides that, there are laws in Ghana that if you beat the child and the child gets hurt, you'll be in trouble. Police can pick you.
Yeah.
It is here that we are free to beat our children anyhow. Elsewhere,
you are not free.
The moment you beat the child, the 911 is called, and the police will come and pick you. So you can't even use a cane on your child. But here, at times, you watch the national telly or news. Somebody has put the child's hand in fire. Okay, bend the hand because the child has taken just one cedi.
He's punishing
so that
he wouldn't steal again.
Okay, yes. Or somebody will use the stick to hit the child. Maybe the eye is gone. Some of these things we don't encourage because we are Christians and we are human beings and we love our children. I don't see how we can maltreat them that way. Even animals, we can't do that. So therefore, as you are watching us, if we are having issues with anger, let's seek counseling so that it will not lead you to hurt your child and your child will hate you forever and ever.
Yeah.
It's not right.
So how can this public, for example, public punishment affect a child's dignity?
Hey. Imagine even little children. My mother used to say, if you do this, I'll come to your school, call assembly, and then disgrace you. And that was the end of all the bad things. Because how can you disgrace me in public like that? I wouldn't be able to go to school again. So, but some parents, they will send you there, insult you, lay you, and then give you 10 lashes and all that. If you are not careful, that child, their dignity is gone. Their self-confidence is gone. Their self-esteem. So the child becomes timid. The child will be hiding, and every little thing affects this child. So for public disgrace and public punishment, we shouldn't go there because the child can even commit suicide, like Pastor said. Because the child will not be able to face the friends and everybody who was there to witness whatever was being done to him or her. So we have to be careful. Even we adults, you wouldn't want your boss or your head of your office to insult you in the presence of your mates. You wouldn't want that. So how come you do it to a little child? And even, especially adolescents, you've killed the child. So we have to be very careful. Yes, they've done something wrong. Call them. Take them elsewhere and then talk. A child will tell you, it's even better to send me inside and beat me than to do it in the presence of my friends. So it kills these children inwardly, and they will hate you forever. You might not see there and then, but it is there. The child will never forget about it.
I agree. There's a saying that says that a wounded heart remembers longer than a corrected mistake, which is very true.
Yes.
Now, Pastor, let's know, are we disciplining to fix today's behavior or to shape tomorrow's adult?
Normally, discipline is proactive type of
Correction.
way of correcting a child. It's proactive. The punishment is reactive. The person has done it, and we are coming to react to it. And because it's proactive, and it talks about guiding the child, it helps the child to develop self-control, okay, values that will help the child in future. So most of the time, children whom we sit down with in school as teachers and we talk to, okay, and we try to correct them, even if you're not doing well in academics, you see that they'll be picking up as they move forward, than those that we shout upon them, suppress them, beat them. Therefore, I advocate for discipline vis-a-vis that of punishment. Because discipline goes through processes. And it calls for parents, teachers, guidance who have the spirit of patience to walk through with the child. So if you don't have this, then you have to resort to the negative side, which is beating and go on your way. So if we want our children to become somebody in future, then we have to have the patience of discipline. It's by talking. And because some of us today, we are so busy, we don't have time for our children. So I advocate that as you watch us, as you listen, all of us are victims of these issues. But because today we are growing up, civilization is expanding, let us learn how to sit with our children and talk to them and direct them and guide them. Don't let us think that they are like us. They can do all things. No, they are having their challenges, so that we guide them. We use the Bible, we use what we have learned, and then guide them. If they are watching programs, let us also have interest to see exactly what they are watching on the TV.
And guide.
Some of our children are having mobile phones,
And they are
tablets,
reading other things.
and they are watching things that parents, we don't control. In other world, in the Western world, for them, there is a parental guidance on the phone. There are sites that the child cannot go. But here it is open.
Free.
You can enter anywhere. And aside that, you pick the phone, things come on the phone without you subscribing. Okay? And our children are having all these things. Therefore, discipline becomes difficult these days. One, we are busy. Two, we don't have time to listen. We are all busy doing something. We don't listen to the children. We don't ask them why they behave a certain way. And we don't even sit them down and then see if they have a special problem, and then we get some counselors for them. In the schools where some of our children are, they have counseling centers. And we can refer our children there. It doesn't mean your child is bad.
It's bad.
Because you don't have time to do that, you will pay somebody and the person will do it for you. I think we can do that than to send our children who are, let's say, adolescents, to pastors to counsel. Okay? Some of them are not professionals. They are not professionals. I'm a pastor. Some of them are not professionals. And therefore, it's going to be advice. And
But we
advice,
need counseling.
that is it. Advice, giving advice to somebody, what works for me will not work for you, will not work for Auntie Doris. And therefore, by counseling, it goes through a process. And as it goes through processes, we refer where the need arises. And therefore, I think let's go that way. Else we'll lose our children. And if not, they will hate us, they will hate God, and they will hate the church. And we'll lose them.
No, we don't want to lose them.
That is means we have to
need
sit
them.
up.
Yes, we need to sit up.
Yeah, we need to sit up.
Mama Doris, is apologizing to a child a sign of weakness? As you use this to wind up, when you are done, I want you to summarize everything we have said. Just summarize it in your local dialect.
Yes. Apologizing is not a weakness at all. You expect your child to apologize to you when he goes wrong. So why can't you do that? And remember, we are role models. So whatever you do, the child is learning. So it is not difficult at all, and it is not wrong to apologize to your child. It makes the child see you as a strong person. Hey, this is my father. Look at his structure, his authority and all that. And he's saying, I'm sorry. I did not do well. So tomorrow, if the child does something wrong, it will be easy for the child to say, Daddy, I'm sorry, or Mommy, I'm so sorry. So we need to learn that. And remember, whatever you want your child to be, you have to model it, and the child will learn from you.
Sure.
Yes. So my summary or my last words will be, the children that we have are gifts from God. And one day we will have to account to God for them. So we need to work hard. In fact, before I even end, I remember my sister's son, who was then at the university, and we were discussing something. I said, Yemfra Kofi Mra no mekabi, because it was about him. So when he came and I asked Kofi, so what do you think? I said, I was like, ow. Kofi, you are part of the decision making in the house. So don't say, bring your mind. So I realized that we have done him a disservice. We always decide for him.
At his age.
At his age.
That was wrong. That is a great challenge we are having
exactly.
now.
And that is what is happening in our schools.
Yeah, we are going to discuss this topic on Love at Home.
It's very important. From the onset, childhood, let's start, so that the child will also be able to tell how he or she feels about what is happening. But they are children, so, and then you decide for them. One day the child will react and say, you are going overboard. No, we need to engage them. And then whilst we guide them, whilst we get them onto the right path, let us also model whatever is right for them to learn. And I believe we will have them. Let's go to church. Okay, tomorrow we are going to church. You are sleeping. And then when you get out, hey, the child sees it. So, because that is what he's seeing. That is what he is also going to do. Tomorrow you say, but no, that is what he's seeing. So we need to model, and then these children will also pick up what we are doing, and things will go on well. And one day we will have good adults who will come and then take the mantle from us.
All right, Pastor, please counsel us and summarize this in one of your local dialects that everybody can.
I forgot my local dialect.
Oh. Pastor, please go ahead.
All right. My is American say ababo and sanipa. Kasa and sanipa. Kasa breo and yabotre. Intinia mesre awofo adofo amohwe yen. Ene ye nuanom ne se yenya abotre. Ye dikan. Ye toso mienu. Yenye aso ne yentie ye ma. Ene ye nuanom omote ye nchen. Ne toso bio. Emma yenka se me ba ye boni nti me ma na aduane. Oyare a me mfa no kwa yare sabia ana skumpo me ma no kwa na mapam no afrifie se onko. Eba ne saa na nyame odo odi ahye yemu se agya ne na no na yatoto nase. Enu nti yemma yenyina mompaye na yeni yamankasa. Yeni omontena embisa woni omoso ahwehwe. Let us also listen to them. Debia aye imposition. Don't. Instructions nkwa. Ba yenso de yetimi ye ne yepe wo fie ho. Yetimi ka se nkwada nantem ne yeti. Ho hwe TV up to 12. Akwada ne hunu saa no a wo kasa kire no a omfa. If say one kasa no wonya discipline. Enu nti ni amesre ne se ye be ye discipline. Na ya boa ye mai den. Say kasa enya diane ye boa, but with God on our side, praying with our children, talking to them, it will help us.
Thank you so much, Madam Doris Ofe. We are grateful. Pastor Benyon, we are grateful. And to you out there, we are grateful. I have taken few lessons from here. And one of them is that children need guidance. They do not need louder consequences. Let's draw them to ourselves. Somebody sent a question where he asked, so how many times should I keep on asking my word to stop? Pastor has given us the process. It is not a one-day show. It is not fortnight. It is an everyday activity. We continue to engage our children. We've also learned that when parents learn to say, I am sorry, it teaches the children humility.
Yeah.
Yes, we need this so that your child can be a better version of you, so that the society in which we live will be better for ourselves. I want to thank Jenica Enterprise for this costume, and then Oyetima Fashions for the designs. We are grateful. Contact Jenica Enterprise on 027 3852 527. 027 3852 and Oyetima Fashions 0244 133834. 0244 133834. They are located inside Kaswa, Iron City. Until same time next week when we come into your homes again with another interesting topic where we want to help fashion, we want to help bring your family together, strengthen family values, and install Christ in your home. This is Love at Home, and this has been Efia Sawamansa. Good night. Bye-bye.